Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Picks and Parlay Power Hour. I'm your host, Detroit Lenny. We are going to go over, we got a couple games to go over. We got obviously, I'm a Lions fan. We're going to talk some Lions, Minnesota. We're also going to talk, what else are we going to talk? We're going to talk we're going to have 2-team NFL parlay for you. And I got 3 Sunday Night Football props for you coming from Terry Edelman. And we got Chip Chirimbus in the house. So, before we get started, though, I got to tell everybody about NoHouseAdvantage.com. Check out NoHouseAdvantage.com. They are changing the game in fantasy platform just in general. If you want to bet fantasy sports, this is the place to do it. When you go over to NoHouseAdvantage.com, use the promo code P&P, spell out A-N-D, P-A-N-D-P, at NoHouseAdvantage.com. Download the app and all available app platforms. And we will deposit match up to $50. So up to $50 on your first deposit, we will also match that up as well. So that being said, we're going to start off talking some Minnesota Vikings at the Detroit Lions, and I'm going to bring in Chip Chirimbus, man, the myth, the legend himself, on the man on the street, as like we like to call him around Vegas. How you doing, Chip?
Doing wonderful. As long as the football season keeps rolling along, we're going to be making money.
Yes, you are.
Yep.
Before we get started about this game, I got to tell everybody, use the promo code PLAYOFF when you're over at picksandparlays.net, and that'll save you 25% off the entire site. Let's talk Minnesota at the Lions. Lions -2. Over-under is 51.5. Where are you going with this one, Chip?
Well, Lenny, I know you've got your heart invested in this contest, and I had my heart invested in the New York Jets last week, who outgained the Vikings by over 220 yards and just couldn't get it done. They couldn't even cover. And this Viking team, for me, has been a nemesis. I also had them against them earlier in the year when I had the Redskins. So for me to come with a side for a 10-2 team who's an underdog on the road against a team under 500 is a very tough call. It's a very tough decision. So I think the best way to go with this game, Lenny, is, and I've looked at this thing 10 different ways, is to play this game over the total. And it doesn't look like it's going to be such a hard decision, a hard thing to do. I mean, Detroit is number 7 on offense, 369 yards a game, but they're number 32 on defense. And this Lion offense, after going 2 weeks where they scored 0 points and 3 points, has just exploded. They won 4 of their last 5. Their defense is number 32 in the NFL, Lenny. That's dead last. They're allowing 402 yards a game, and they're going against the Vikings, who, guess what? Their defense is allowing 399 yards a game, second to last in the NFL. I've got the 2 worst defenses going head-to-head, and I see this game going over the total. I don't care that much about their offenses because anybody is going to be able to score on these 2 teams. The over for Minnesota, 11-5 on the road in the last 16, 20-6 to the over overall in their last 26. And with Cousins and Goff running the shows, they both shown to really have great confidence this year and competence. So Detroit's 7-1 to the over after a loss. They were upset last week, and they're 10-4 to the over overall. I think this is the only way to go here. I don't have to sweat it out as to whether the Vikings are going to come and get me in the end. But I'm going to sit here and play this game over the total, Lenny. And just a little reminder: AFC Game of the Year this week, and we're trotting along at 20-8 in NFL Megabuck winners. So expecting a big weekend in the NFL, and I'm looking forward to hearing from most of these guys.
I like it. And you are crushing some NFL with those Megabuck winners. And I know you got a play of the week or play AFC Game of the Year coming up.
AFC Game of the Year.
Am I saying that right?
Right. And this year I'm 5-1 my Game of the Years. Last year in the NFL, it was 3-1. This is my first NFL Game of the Year this season, and I really like this. I can't wait for Sunday.
Sounds good. Listen, I think this game, I mean, obviously I'm a Lions fan. Our good friend Terry Edelman's coming up next to the show. Big Vikings fan. I just like this over. I mean, my heart and soul is with the Lions, of course, but the game ended 28-24 when they played earlier in the year, and Minnesota won. I think it ends the same way personally. Just the flip-flopped. So I'll take that. I'll take it over here. I think it squeaks over 52-ish, 55, but I like it over. Don't forget, guys, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Power Hours here Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Chip, we appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Lenny.
All right. Take care, buddy. All right, we're going to keep it rolling here. We got an NFL two-team parlay, and we're going to bring in Terry Edelman here to talk some NFL parlay. Terry, don't get carried away with your Vikings now. We're moving on.
Yes, I will say I agree with everything you guys said, and I'll give me 2 seconds about that game. I think we're going to have a very close game. It seems to be Vikings will get blown out, or they will win a close game. So if it's a close game, I'll probably be happy, but I think it's going to be a high-scoring close game.
Lions by double digits, but it's okay. All right, so
moving on along.
Yes, we're going to talk NFL two-team parlay. I made a little fancy Christmas graphic for you. First leg of our parlay is going to be the Philadelphia Eagles, another team that is just crushing stuff. And the New York Giants. The Giants are a team that's, just hangs in there. And this is a good divisional matchup here. So that being said, the Eagles are -7 in New York. Over-under is 44.5. Where are you going from this one?
Yeah, I cashed my two-teamer last week with the Vikings money line against the Jets and Cowboys money line. This week, I actually had a few money lines to choose from that I was looking at. But with this game here, the Giants are in trouble. They had that really hot. I think they started a little bit too hot too soon. They've kind of flamed out here. Yeah, this Eagles team is strong. So for me, looking at it, I see the Eagles winning this game. 7 obviously is a key number. So I just took the money line.
Right.
You could take -2.5. But I just took the money line here to be safe because I like the Eagles to cover to win this game.
That's fair. And normally, and I know that's your MO basically when you're doing these two-team parlays and been crushing them. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we're putting money in our pocket and we're doing that on money line bets. We're keeping it simple. Saying, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Well, that's what we're doing here. We're keeping it simple. So we're going to take the Eagles on the money line, a little juicy, but just hold out for the second leg. Before we get into the second leg of that parlay, I got to remind everybody, use the promo code PLAYOFF. That'll save you 25% off the entire site at checkout. You can get Terry Edelman, you can get Chip Chirimbus, you can get all our premium handicappers. Use this promo code PLAYOFF. It's only available for you on the Power Hour. All right, second leg of our parlay, Jaguars at the Titans. Titans -3.5, over-under is 41. Talk to me about this one.
Yeah, quick shout out to myself. Third in NFL on the site. I haven't been here the full NFL season, but the season has been going well. And actually, both of these two teams here have made me money this year. The Jaguars, obviously, I'm a lot more picky on when I will go with them. Obviously, they're not the best team, but they've had their moments here where they've cashed for me. Tennessee, I've got them right for the most part this year. Staying off games I should stay off against really good teams and then taking them against the bad teams. They've done very well in the past against Jacksonville. At home here. I like the Titans. It's a good parlay piece. Again, with the money line, you don't have to worry about if they only win by 2 or something like that, because I've seen games recently in the NFL land on 2 points when you have the 3, or land on 3 when you have the 3.5, and it's
key numbers in the NFL.
But I could see Tennessee also blowing them out. So if that happens, you have the money line. You don't really have to worry about it.
It's fair.
So let's be worried.
And so when we take those two money lines, when we take Tennessee money line and we take Philadelphia money line, we're looking at even money, plus 100. They're even money. So dollar for dollar, folks. That's good. That's good. I don't care where you come from, what you got to do. You ain't got to pay no juice. And you get two money line teams, which Eagles should take care of business at the Giants. I think it's going to be a tough division matchup, but I think they should take care of that. And Tennessee over a beat-up Jaguars team that the Lions kind of had their way with them last week, and I think Tennessee will have their way with them as well this week. So they're not a good team right now. They're in the rebuilding process. Take Tennessee on the money line. Take Philly. Now you got even money. I love it, Terry. I love it. It's It's already been bet. When you sent me the games, it's already been bet. So I like it there. Guys, I got to remind everybody, like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Picks and Parlay Power Hours here Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. So now let's move into Sunday Night Football. We got 3 props for you guys to go over for Sunday Night Football. But before we do that, I got to remind everybody, playoff. That's the promo code for Power Hour. Playoff, save 25% off the entire website at checkout. Just type it in there. Boom, boom. That'll ask you want a promo code? You put playoff. Bam. Instant savings. You're welcome. So, Terry Edelman, Sunday Night Football. Oh, boy. Dolphins, Chargers. I'm going to pull up your props here right now. You want to just explain them. Explain yourself, Terry Edelman.
Yeah, so when I was capping this game, I think this is actually going to be a good game. I'm happy that we're going to get a primetime game. That's a good game to watch. I think this is going to be a close game. Both teams, obviously Miami is looking like they're going to be a playoff team. The Chargers, they're kind of there. They're right in the bubble there. They've got some work to do. I think they'll be motivated at home. But what I'm reading about this game is Tua missed practice because of illness. Tyreek Hill is also out, missed practice. That's not a very good sign for Miami. Basically, you're the 2 best pieces of your offense missing practice. Obviously, they could still play, which is very possible.
Mm-hmm.
But with that news, what I'm looking at here, the Chargers give up the 5th most rushing yards per game. So I'm going to take Raheem Mostert over 47.5 rushing yards. He's been playing well his last few games. I think against the Chargers defense, he can hit 50 rushing yards. So that's the part I looked at with Miami. Looking at the Chargers, these two are kind of connected. If you're looking at the Chargers offense, Herbert's going to be throwing the ball. Eckler catches the ball and rushes with the ball. So I'm kind of just going there.
It's definitely a dual threat running back there out of the backfield. So
you take the rushing and the receiving yards together, 100.5. Herbert over 289.5 passing yards. I think the Chargers may potentially be a play for me on the site this weekend too. I'm looking at the Chargers here. Still need a little bit more information. But I think the Chargers offense will be doing good. And I think Mostert can get some rushing yards because the Chargers defense gives up a lot of rushing yards.
I'll say this. I lean Chargers. I haven't bet it yet, but I want to. Backup quarterback as well for Miami. Teddy Bridgewater, questionable, lingering knee issues. He hasn't been in practice this week so far. Or he's been limited in practice. So if Tua can't go, now you still got a bum knee backup quarterback in Teddy B. And if Tua does go, the flu is going around, okay? And it's going around. It's hitting the States like a wave. So if he's just got the flu, even if he does, he might not be 100%, to really go out. So to me, that makes me lean already the Chargers and a Justin Herbert quarterback who I love. I love that kid. I think he's great. I think he's got all the talent. I think the Chargers issues are coaching related and not talent related, but that's a whole separate show. I like all three of these.
Yeah, with that Tua news, you think
right.
if he is out and Bridgewater hurt, might play, whatever,
that plays to the Mostert prop.
More.
Right, that plays to the Mostert prop.
Yeah.
And Herbert's going to get his. Herbert gets his. Justin always does. And Austin Eckler, that dual threat running back out of the backfield, he can catch. He might break off a 20, 30-yard screen pass. He ground and pound for another 40, 50, end up with probably 50 to 60 in each category, rushing and receiving. Yeah. So now you're over that 100. I like it. I like it. It's on the card. It's on the card. Take a look out there. If you guys are over at picksandparlays.net and you're looking for Terry Edelman, just go right over there. Make sure you use that promo code playoff. Save yourself 25% off everybody's picks. So like, subscribe, ring that bell for notification. Power hours here Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Terry Edelman, it's always a pleasure, my friend. I'll see you on the next Power Hour.
For sure. Enjoy the game this weekend.
Yes, sir. Go Lions.
Go Vikings.